times the ideas of convergences, of gateways, of timings within your society that represent the coming together of the collective consciousness of your entire planet, so that through the combination of all that consciousness, individuals that are so aligned can utilize that energy, can utilize that consciousness to take steps to escalate and accelerate themselves to new levels of awareness, such as stepping stones, as you call them in your civilization. Now, many of you have recognized that there are many convergences and gateways that do occur throughout any particular cycle you call a year. But many of you have also pointed out that your framework of time, August 16th, August 17th, the octave month, represents a very strong convergent cycle. And it is this we are discussing at this timing. Recognize that the basic idea behind this particular gate, this particular convergence, will be primarily for the specific blending of all places upon your planet, all energies within each and every one of you, especially those energies that represent the masculine and feminine aspects within each and every one of you. Let us relate a dream communication that we participated within with the physical channel. And you can see the symbology that is referred to as the convergence of your August 16th and 17th dates. In this dream communication, what the physical channel has symbolically remembered is being in a location that at one and the same time represented many different locations around your planet. Represented the area you call Hawaii, represented the area you call Japan, represented the area you call India, represented many different areas around your planet. There were many symbologies that made it seem as if it was everywhere and no one particular place at all. And they were waiting for a particular being to step forth from out of a literal gateway on the edge of a mesa, on the edge of a cliff, on the edge of a precipice and plateau, overlooking a grand and vast sea of ocean and the horizon beyond. There was light, and it was dark at the same time. There was dawn and sunset and midnight and the moon at the same time. And the gate was called in the dream the gate of the moon, and it was recognized also to be the gate of the sun. It was all gates in your terminology, coming and going. It was the going in, the coming out. It was the blending of many different avenues and motive forces upon your planet. The being, when the being stepped out from the gate to greet all the individuals that were awaiting this being, was both literally, physiologically, masculine and feminine, wearing what you would call a simple white sarong from the waist down. Recognized in this way, it was to some degree a Pleiadian representation, and this was to some degree marked by some of the interaction taking place upon your Fuji and Shasta areas and in your Hawaiian area, this last date convergence of your time, your May 30th. For from the Shasta area and the Fuji area and the Hawaiian area is the triangle that encompasses the entire energy of the Pacific Basin upon your planet and represents the strong reemergence of Lemurian energy. And this dream was also within Lemuria as well. The being in this way represented the blending of the feminine and masculine aspects within each and every one of you that is taking place at this time upon your planet. The equalization of all of this energy, all levels of your consciousness, and it was recognized within the dream that this represented the idealized energy of the convergence itself, represented within each and every one of you your willingness, as it has been, is now, and shall be in your future, to blend and pull together, to integrate all the different formerly segregated aspects of your consciousness into one unified whole, so that you can function as a representational whole being in that way, as a strong individual and as a full individual, give and assist to your world the necessary energy to allow your entire planet to become the single individual that it is required to be within the transformational age that will allow it to interact with other whole worlds. So represent within your mind and symbolize within your being the understanding in any way, shape, or form that your imaginations and your dreams care to reflect it to you, that your awareness of your convergence within yourself is simply being reflected in the exterior format. Now, many individuals have seen this convergence as a negative idea, time to shake things up, perhaps even have what you may call geophysical changes. Some of these can occur, some electromagnetic shifts can occur, but recognize none of these ideas in a negative sense has to occur, as we have shared with you many times. The idea is to know that if you are willing to consciously awaken into that dream, into that symbology, and consciously allow yourselves to understand your own symbols and what they represent in terms of your own blending, your own awakening, and your own taking of responsibility for your lives and the creations therein, then you will be awake through the time of the convergence, and you will not need to create an unconscious manifestation of a geophysical change that shakes you awake. Wake up now, and you will allow the transformations upon your planet to be ones of blending, smooth harmony, so that it will be the gate of the dawn, the rising sun in that way, the gate of the moon, and all things that have formerly represented your unconscious beings, and these things will blend together into one smoothly flowing energy that will allow you to walk in a waking dream, for you to recognize that your physical reality is in fact simply a waking dream. And as you become aware of this, you will then begin once again to blend not only all the aspects of your physical reality into each and every individual that you are, but all aspects of your non-physical world into the physical realm as well, so that you can float in many ways through reality, knowing that you can create your reality to be what you consciously prefer it to be. You are now all waking up. This is what the convergence is for. It is in many ways the gathering together of all aspects, not only within each and every individual, but the drawing together as a magnet of all individuals upon your planet to recognize the synchronicity and the harmonization that is taking place and the commonality that many of you share in the diverse cultures of your world. You will not lose your individuality, you will not lose your diversity, but it is in a harmonic dance that you will all recognize as individuals, that you can move together as a symphony, and that you can all move in a similar direction, creating more acceleration in the direction of the harmonics you desire to experience upon your planet. You all understand? Yes. This is the basic symbology of the convergence. Use it in that way if you desire. If you wish to use the idea in a negative way, that's up to you. We cannot change your mind. But simply recognize you do not have to do it that way, and simply understand that any symbol, any energy, any recognition of change within your society always can be utilized by you as a positive application, and therefore only a positive effect in your life will be felt. You all understand? Therefore, at this timing, in return for your willingness to co-create this interaction with us and function as ambassadors of your world and allowing me to function as an ambassador of mine, I ask you once again, and with great joy, how? And to you. Oh, awful lot. All right. Full of awe. Surviving? Are you having a good time? All right.
I've been having a lot of exciting dreams also, and I'd like to explore a little bit of that with you.
All right. Will you do me a favor before we continue?
Yes.
Repeat after me. I am an exciting dream.
An exciting dream.
I do not have dreams.
I do not have dreams.
I am dreams. So what dreams are you? Do share the dreams that you are.
I had a real exciting dream at the beginning of last month, and I had the opportunity to share it with dreamers.
Nice.
Where I was a black dolphin in my dream.
Nice.
A couple days after that, I had an experience where I was falling asleep, and I sensed a very definite telepathic connection.
All right.
Somebody was...
Speak up.
Somebody was conveying to me encouragement and support.
All right.
And
so
I fell asleep and forgot the first part of the dream, but the second part of the dream I remembered. I was in front of a group of people.
Nice.
And
you mean like now?
Yeah, just like now.
All right.
Not quite as many, though.
Bunch up.
And I was channeling.
Yes, channeling, yes.
Okay. And I would go in and out of trance.
In and out, all right.
And people were waiting for me to hurry up and go back into trance because they wanted to hear what I had to say in
Ah.
trance.
Ah.
I kept asking them, well, what's going on? I wanted somebody to tell me what was happening, but they wouldn't answer me. So I asked myself what was happening, and I saw a bunch of scribbles, and it meant to me, or it was told to me, that it was Dreamer, that I was channeling Dreamer.
All right.
And I'm kind of confused about it. And
Why?
Well, because normally you wake up from dreams like that, and you say, well, that can't be.
Oh, normally. Yes, but this is not about being normal anymore. This is about being natural.
Yeah, I'm glad for that. I'm tired of being normal.
All right. Time to be natural.
Right.
What are you confused about then?
Well,
Or is it simply that you cannot believe that what you know is true?
That's it.
Why not?
I'm still learning.
Is that an excuse?
I'm still waking up.
All right. Are you awake yet?
Yes, I'm awake.
When do you choose to be awake in the way that you prefer to be awake?
When do I choose?
Yes, when do you choose to become awake? When do you think, in your estimation, you may channel this if you wish, when do you think, in your estimation, you will be awake in the way you wish to be awake? A year from now? Certainly by then, or not
yes,
quite?
Certainly by then.
Ah, 6 of your months from now?
Yes.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
All right, a little bit of hesitation. How about 2 months?
Sounds great.
Sounds great, but do you believe it?
Yes, I do.
Why do you believe it?
Well, because more and more things are happening to me. I'm allowing things to happen.
Ah, so 1 month is enough, yes?
Yes?
All right. 1 month it is then.
Okay.
2 weeks?
How about right now?
Well, oh, that's up to you. How about right now? No time like the present. A very literal statement, by the way. How about right now?
Okay.
Now, what do you feel?
What do I feel right
Yes, what do you feel right now? All right, does not have to be right now, right now. It can be later right now. Let yourself feel whatever you wish to feel. What to you feels like the energy of the dreamer? How do you know it? How do you recognize it?
It's a very heightened sense. The best word I can use to describe it is joy.
Joy!
Because when I sense the feeling or the vibration,
Yes.
I tingle.
Are you tingling now?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, thank you.
Tingling.
Recognize that any time you recreate in your imagination the idea of what it was like to experience that tingling, you will be creating that experience in the present, and therefore you will tingle again. Anytime you wish, there is no great lengthy process you have to go through. You can allow yourself, simply by recalling the way it was, to recognize that any form of recall is actually creation in the present, and that you are doing it in the present once again. You follow me?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yes. That is your natural state.
You sound like the dreamer, right?
Nice. That is a blending.
Yeah.
Neither fully one nor the other, in honor of the convergence. Allow yourself to recognize simply that your imagination always is the key. It is as simple as you imagine it to be. So be who you wish to be. And you will see your reality the way you know it is.
Yes, thank you very
Well,
much.
thank you. It is your reality. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you. I love you.
We love you. All of you. Happy dreaming.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Bashar.
Hi.
Being as I always forget to... I love you very much.
I love you as well. All of you.
I just want to... The last time I spoke with you and everyone here, I was just on my way back to Sedona, and I was really excited about going back. And
Speak up. Speak up.
I'd like to share the experience that I had when I went back.
All right.
It really had a profound effect on me. I got back and I was going back to see a girl that I'd kind of met before, and
Kinda met. You have such interesting experiences upon your planet. I can tell you with absolute certainty that on my world I have never kind of met anyone. See how unique your planet is.
really,
See what we learn. Yes?
well, she was real pleased to see me, and I was real pleased to see her.
All right.
And then, like, within a couple of days, we hadn't seen each other, and, like, everything totally changed.
Yes.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh,
you know.
kinda. All right.
Once again. And she, like, was exploring things for herself, so I let her do
Nice.
it. And
Oh, thank you.
almost... That was big of me. Well, anyway, it seemed like to replace that excitement and that experience, I like immediately recreated something else into my life that was like as intense as I could have imagined the other experiences maybe being.
All right.
So I met an individual there, and I'm sure a lot of people here have had similar experiences with things like this.
Kinda.
And my belief systems were I thought, were really strong regarding your communications, regarding all the metaphysics that I'd ever explored in the last few years.
They are.
But yeah, I know that now. But I was willing, in meeting an individual who gradually revealed to me what he believed my apostolic connections were,
Yes.
his connections as Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago, and he really believed this to be true.
Understand, first of all, once again, every single one of you are a fragment of the Christ consciousness. So it is true to say you were all Jesus Christ.
Thank you. Well, anyway, he shared a lot of things with me, and he literally called me to go with him. And I believed in him so much.
You
What he
believed
said,
in him?
in what he was saying.
All
what
right.
He was relating to me, not so much.
All right.
There was doubt in him, but I believed what he was saying to me. It was like I'd really found what I'd
All
been
right.
searching for.
Recognize simply what you found is that within any being that truly reflects what you call the Christ consciousness, you will see a perfect mirror of the Christ consciousness within you. So you have to follow no one but yourself.
Yeah, I understand that now.
Yes.
I thought then I was following him.
No.
Whatever. So for about 2 weeks, you know, I did the whole thing, and I got baptized and I got ordained into...
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was. It was
All
very
right.
exciting. You know?
All right.
You know, and you know, I really got into it. You know,
Yikes.
went it the whole way.
Yikes.
But the most interesting thing about it was that eventually, which is what made it most credible to me, was eventually he literally sent me out into the world after having taught me these things.